This man was tied to a bath filled with strong acid. The beauty took out the wooden plank from below. The man quickly fell into the bath for all his might. What bad things has he done after all? Which ended up like this. It turned out that a few days ago, female writer Jenny headed to the secluded town for inspiration. She lives alone in a log house in the woods. The living facilities here are full, only the toilet is clogged. When she calls the maintenance staff, phone accidentally fell on the toilet bowl. Jenny quickly took it out and dried it with a hair dryer. After the maintenance arrived, the problem was resolved within a few minutes. The girl in the city was extremely open, directly gave John a kiss to thank. John froze on the spot for a while before he calmed down. He happily ran back. "Tell this story to my good brothers," said my sister just kissed him. Miller was not immediately calm on the side, or the girls from the city so arbitrary. "If that's the case then, I'm gonna get her in a few minutes." That night 4 people broke into the bungalow. Wants to do bad things with Jenny. Miller forced her to drink alcohol to make her drunk. If you do not obey, there is only one way to die. Photographer Tommy also used the camera to record the whole process. In times of danger, Jenny picked up the bottle of wine and wounded Tom, sprayed chili water on Tommy's face, say that while running away. During the run, happened to encounter the sheriff on patrol. She told the sheriff what happened to her. The sheriff said his identity and led Jenny to the log house. Thought it was safe to have the sheriff on the side this time. Unexpectedly, the sheriff was their accomplice. Jenny once again fell into the tiger's den. These animals started to show their real face. They forced John to rape Jenny. Then, one by one, they raped her. Tommy continued. Use a camcorder to record the whole process. After the matter is over, the sheriff wants to kill people to kill the speech. From heaven to hell in just one night. Jenny stepped on the bridge like cold ash, then jumped into the river. After Jenny disappeared, the sheriff was immediately extremely frightened. If you let her escape, the consequences would be very serious. Immediately commanded a group of Miller people searching everywhere. In short, life must see the dead must see the body. The sheriff's house also has a wife and children. Outwardly he was a good husband and a good father. In fact, holding animals is not equal. Jenny is not dead, avoids a lifetime. Even if she turns into a ghost, she won't forgive these people. First she stole Tommy's camera, then sent the video to the sheriff's house. Fortunately, his home video recorder was broken. His wife couldn't see the good things he had done. The angry sheriff rushed to find the Miller group to discuss countermeasures. After Jenny disappeared, John also disappeared. They suspect Jenny was back for revenge. When John woke up from his coma, found Jenny sitting across from me. He wanted to go ahead to explain. He was just forced himself. He constantly repented, wanting to be forgiven by Jenny. But Jenny didn't give him a chance. Directly wrapped the rope around his neck. Tommy had stepped on an animal trap while looking for John. He screamed in pain. Tom heard a cry for help, rushed back to check. Jenny doesn't talk much. Take the baseball bat and knock the 2 of them out. She tied Tom to a bath filled with strong acid. Then pull out the wooden board below. Want to see how long he can resist. But in less than a minute Tom was exhausted. Head fell into the bath, died on the spot. Tommy's way of dying is even worse than Tom's. Jenny placed the camera in front of him to record the whole process. Tommy was tied to a tree stump by Jenny, hooked his eyelids with a hook, then placed the fish's organs on his face. Soon the fishy smell attracted several crows. The crow landed on Tommy. Eat one piece after another. Brothers die one by one. But the Miller working at the gas station still doesn't know the story. Seeing a beautiful girl in front of the door, he walked over to talk. Unexpectedly this girl was Jenny. She took Miller to the little house in the woods, used pincers to pull out his teeth one by one, then take the scissors of his precious. These scum people do a lot of evil. How to die increasingly cruel. At the same time, the sheriff receives a call from his daughter. Tell the new teacher to visit the house. Jenny picked up the phone and said his name. The wife told him. The girl was led to the park by the teacher. Then the sheriff drove to the park. Looking for a long time, still could not find her whereabouts. The sheriff hurried back to the car, preparing to go elsewhere to search. As a result, Jenny hid in the car and fainted. When the sheriff woke up, found himself locked in a small house in the forest. Behind there is a gun pointed at the asshole. The sheriff knows he's a godly crime. May Jenny have mercy on his daughter. Jenny asked that, if your daughter was raped by someone else, then how will he do it? It was too late to regret this time. Jenny didn't give them any chance to rest. Tie one end of the wire to the trigger. The other head is tied to John's arm. After she was done, Jenny walked out of the room. John suddenly woke up from his coma. He raised his arm and activated the trap. The bullet flew out from the sheriff's mouth and hit John. These guys eventually received their punishment. This is a small budget revenge movie. The first half of the story is slow. Part of continuous revenge is definitely not persistent. Make viewers sweat, clap hands and say good. Once women are cruel, then even the devil loves to shiver with fear. There is a very good saying, sow any cause, reap that fruit. Okay, today's movie is about here. We will see you next time.